So hello everyone, in this video I'm going to solve some problem in Codewars website with C language. So this is the first problem. They want from us to calculate the shortest length of the shortest word in that string. Okay, so they will give us a string of words separated by a space, and we have to return the shortest length, okay, of the word. Here we have our function. It returns a size t type, and it takes a string which is constant. We cannot change the characters in that string. Okay, so now I will copy this function and I will go to my nvim to start coding the problem. I'm going to do nvim and the name of the problem, for example, shortest word dot c, like this, and I'm gonna include the stdio.h library for the printf and for the test. Then I'm going to paste this. So in these videos I'm not going to use any helping string functions. Okay, so now let's do our int main for the program, and we will copy this string right here. And I have to call my function, which is find shorts. Alright, and I will pass the str. Good. Now what we have to do, we have to loop on this string character by character, and we have to stop in that space and calculate or compare this length with the previous length. For example, here the length we have 8, and then we will move to our second word, which is tick, which is length of 4, and we will compare this with this. So this length is less than this length of this word, so the result will contain the length of that word, and so on with all the words until we get to the end of that string. Okay, so now let's do our main variables. So int I equal to 0 and int len equal to 0, and then is size t for the result that we return equal also to 0. Then we're going to do a simple while loop. S of index I does not equal the null terminator, like this, and of course we have to increment our index like this, and here our work. We do an if condition. S of index I does not equal the space. Then what you have to do, you have to increment the length like this, and then another condition. When we reach a space, we have to do a condition, or if s of index I equal a space, or what, or s of index I plus 1. Here there is a trick. So when we will reach the end of that string, there is no space, so it will ignore that last word, and we don't want this. So we have to do another condition, which is if the s of index I plus 1 equal to the null terminator. Then, because we know in all strings in C we found the null terminator, okay, and then we will do another if condition. If let's say the result equal to 0, or the result, or let's say the length is less than result, okay, and then we're going to do the result will equal to the length, and we have to drop here and do the len equal to 0. So I explain to you like this. So in the first loop the result will be by 0, okay. Our while loop will reach this space, and we'll go to this if condition, then to this if condition. So is the result equal to 0? Why I added this condition? Because in the first the len is equal to the result, so this condition will be always false, okay. So I added this condition, which is result equal to 0. Then the result will fill by the length of that word, even it's the shortest word or the biggest word, we don't care. So in the first it will have the length of that word. Then second, the result will not equal to 0 until the while loop end. Then we'll go to the second condition. Here check equal to 4. So is 4 is less than 8? Yes, so the results will equal to 4, and so on. And we don't need to forget to reset the length to 0 because we want just to calculate the length of each word. Okay, now let's print, or let's do print %d for the integers result. Like this, I guess all things are good. Now let's go and compile. Alright, and a dot out like this. Good, 3, which is the shortest word, is 3 in the length. Okay, let's take another example. For example, that string, and let's try to copy it out here. Okay, we'll add it right here. And compile and run. So 1. Okay, now let's check the code and try to submit to the website. Okay, I will copy and add this right here. Okay, good. Now I will remove this printf and do return result, and let's do test and see. Good, attempt, and also good. Now here in this page, when we click submit, we can see the functions of, or the solutions of other guys or other people that submitted their code. Okay, so everyone has his own way. Now let's go to the second problem, which is simply the long short story. We have a string and they want from us to return the same string with the memory allocation. We will use calloc and return it without any vowel. That's it. And now let's copy it like this and open a new file, nvim, without vowel. Let's name it without vowels.c. Okay, include our important header file studio like this .h, and then paste our function prototype. Also, don't forget to add our int main. A random string. Let's take it from the test like this. Okay, then we have to call our function. Okay, so here we have calloc function. Okay, so calloc is a function that control the heap area in the memory. Okay, so here they want from us to like loop on this string and return it without any vowel. We know this. So to know the syntax of the calloc, so in the first parameter we pass the size of the element that we want to, let's say, the numbers that we want to reserve in the heap area. Okay, and in the second parameter we need the size of the type, so like the size of type, so let's see how this will be done. Okay, now let's create our main variables, int I also, as we used, then also char result, and result equal calloc as we said, and like let's say yes, but before we need something, we need to calculate the length of that string, so we are going to add a variable called length, or len, and while str of index len does not equal the null terminator like this, and simply len plus plus. Then we're going to do result equal calloc and len and +1 for the null terminator, don't forget this, and also the size of char, which is just one byte. You can just simply do one, or let's make it size of char to be clear for you. Okay, here we're going to do another while loop. So while str of index I does not equal so when we do just str of index I, it will means that when this str of index I does not equal 0, which is a null terminator. Okay, increment our index like this and we start. So simply we will just do if str of index I equal like a, or we will just copy this and paste it, but let's do of index I equal e, or str of index I equal to I, or str of index I equal to o, or str of index I, sorry, of index I equal to like this. Here they said y is not considered as a vowel, so a e I o u. Okay, then we will copy all of this and do it in capital. Okay, copy and new line and paste it. Good. Now let's make it capital. A capital, E capital, I capital, and also O capital, and finally U also capital. Good. So when the str of index I will equal one of those vowels, we'll just do continue. Easy. Just continue and I guess just continue. It's hard here. Good. And now let's do printf. Let's do printf and %s for the strings, and let's print our result. Compile without vowels a dot out. We have a problem. Yes, we have a problem here. Yes, we have a problem. We copied the test and the output. Sorry. Yes, I knew it. I have infinite loop. Here we have to do e++ before continue. I knew it. Sorry. Yes, we forget to do we forget to do like, sorry, result of index I or result of index G equal str of index I, because here we have a problem if we did the same index, because here we are like passing an index, so it will also pass an index in the result array, so we don't want this, so we have to do two indexes. Okay, I think now it will work. Yes, I am. Let's solve this. Now it's good. So here you have the same string but without any vowel. Good. Now let's try to paste, or let's try to copy that code and paste it in the website to see, like this, and we have just to return result. Let's remove this and do return result. I think all the tests are good. Let's do test and attempt. Good. Our function is working well. Now we are going to see some solutions of other people. Here they used the switch cases. Nice, good. Also this is good. So these are the problems of that video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. I just want to share my knowledge, my simple knowledge to you guys, and see you in the next video. Peace.